absolutely loved. These crustless quiches from Oak Stove Kitchen. Now, if you're not familiar with Oak Stove, well, let me tell you, you might very well be familiar with this brand. They are a group of chefs that work with local farmers, and they supply kind of the snooty hotels and high-end restaurants around the country with their crustless quiches, like the kind that you would maybe order on a room service menu.
Yes.
And you'd be paying like $40 for this with like a little bit of fruit on the side.
Easily.
Marie-Louise Ludwig is here with us today.
New Year!
Happy New Year. It's great to have you in the show.
It's great to be here the first
listen,
day.
we love these. I can't wait to bite into this, but I want to show everyone that we do have two different flavor options.
Yeah.
So you can get either 8 or 16 today. And if you're picking up the 8 or the 16 count, you can get all of them in the ham and potato. You can get all of them in the pepper, which is like a beautiful bell pepper.
Asparagus.
And with asparagus. And then if you're choosing the 16 count, we also have the opportunity for you to get a combo where you get 8 and 8, which is exactly what you're seeing right here. And 91089 is your item number. The 8 count comes home for $14 and change on Easy Pay. The 16 count comes home for $25 on Easy Pay. Where should we start?
Oh, why don't you dive on into it right there
yes.
because it's nice
Okay,
and
yes.
hot. So
look at this.
talk about velvety, talk about custardy, which is my favorite word on here. You don't need the crust on these at all. They hold together so well. Farm fresh eggs, heavy cream, tender shredded potatoes. You've got hickory smoked, hand trimmed, hand cut Georgia ham, Swiss and cheddar cheese, and all the herbs and spices. Everything locally sourced, like a couple of blocks from the Oak Stove Kitchen. Perfectly done for you, arrive frozen. You put them in the oven 350 degrees for about 22 minutes and you have got heaven on a plate. I love these.
They're so creamy. They're so creamy.
So good.
And you know what's really nice about them too? They taste homemade.
They do.
Right? Like you don't taste like something that like, you know, feels like it's been frozen or that it comes from, you know, like some sort of like big factory. They're really delicious. And that's because of the quality of the ingredients.
Yeah.
Now, you're showing us the bell pepper.
Yeah, with the asparagus.
With the asparagus, yeah.
So a tender spring roasted asparagus, the tips on there. You've got bell peppers in here. You've got the herbs and spices. Monterey Jack and Gruyere cheese in this one come together. So all that cheese melts when it goes into the oven. You know they're done when they're a little bit wobbly. You want to be really gentle with that heat because remember, you're just reheating them. Great source of protein, really good if you're kind of watching your carbs this time of year like I am.
Now, I want to show you. They have this like almost, they do have like this almost crust that forms on the outside, but that's because the cheese. Right? The cheese gets like that nice crusty cheesiness on the outside. And then when you bite into this, when you bite into it, like, I mean, look, you can see the pull apart. Look at how delicious and custardy.
And hearty with those potatoes and that ham, all locally sourced. And these are the guys.
Wow.
This is the kitchen, as Alberti said.
Oof.
This is where you're going to go to those 5-star white tablecloth restaurants and find the best of the best. Every single forkful is going to be wonderful.
Oh, so good.
Whether you're enjoying it like it is, because it's really great in the morning just to make a breakfast on here, I like to put it on
a bagel?
Oh, a just bagel
Look at you.
like this. But when everybody's running out the door last minute, as we're sending everybody back to school and work after the holiday, press that down, wrap it in a little bit of foil. It's warm in the car, holds together, ready to go.
And you know what? Maybe you're the person that's saying, wait a minute, I like the crustless quiche because I'm trying to maybe stay away from some of the carbs.
Yeah, you don't need the crust.
You can do that as well. Here's what's going on. We are getting limited. Today we're bringing it to you, and 91089 is your item number. If you want them in the ham and potato, we have an 8 count or a 16 count in the ham and potato. If you want them in the bell pepper, that's the way that you're going to order it at QVC.com. But remember, it's not just bell peppers. It's bell peppers, it's asparagus, it's cheese, it's all this good stuff.
That's been a fave.
If you want that in the 8 or the 16 count, you could do that. Or you could do in the 16 count a combo. Unfortunately, we don't have a combo in the 8 count because that's just too small of a size.
Yeah.
And 91089, that's your item number.
Let's have some
You know,
fun.
it breaks down to about $4 and change per quiche if you're picking it up in that 16 count. So I highly suggest going for that 16 count because that's where you get the better value. But Marie Louise, you're putting on the hollandaise
Look at
sauce.
that, you
I mean,
know?
that's a breakfast worth celebrating, right?
Maybe you do the hollandaise and you let us do the rest on there, because you can get bacon from so many of our vendors here on QVC. Great bacon. Happy to meet you bacon on there. Rastelli's bacon. Look at that.
Wow.
Oh, 3 of them on there. I have to say.
What about the surf and turf over here?
The
Oh my
the
gosh.
protein
Yeah,
let's hit this with, how about a little sriracha?
Ooh.
that.
And the
Or a little
protein,
bit of
yeah, I can
gravy.
imagine, right? Eggs,
Yeah, the protein
cheese,
value on
ham.
this, but it's not like the eggs that we're used to. So many of us can't do eggs right. They end up getting a little dried out or a little watery. These are perfect. The way that they take those eggs and they mix them, they fold in that heavy cream and the cheeses and the vegetables and that Georgia hickory smoked ham come there, and those potatoes. So good.
I love the fact that you did it like this over a salad.
Yeah.
Because again, like you go to that, really nice hotel and they serve it for you at the restaurant or in the room service. They're serving it with a side salad, a frisee of some sort.
I put it on top too. It's really good.
Yeah, and today we're bringing it to you really at one of the best prices. By the way, an easy experience. Let's talk about how we're preparing these again,
Yeah,
right?
okay.
So they're right out of the freezer.
They're going to arrive to you in a great little tray package. Put them in your freezer. Oven at 350 degrees. I put down a sheet of parchment paper. Just put what I want on there. And I cook them for about 22 to 25 minutes. I say if you touch them on the top and they're a little jiggly, remember it's eggs and it's heavy cream. And you're dealing with a custard here. It really is soft like a custard here. So
It's
you don't want
supposed
to
to, like, wobble a
cook them too
little
much.
bit.
The second question I always get is that, can you microwave them? And the answer is yes, but I would thaw them out first, about a minute to a minute and a half in the microwave. And that's a really good way to grab a heat and eat out the door on a bagel.
Oh, yeah.
With a toasted bagel.
Today, by the way, if you are stocking up and getting the 16 count, you save about $13 when you're picking it up with that 16 count. All of them in the ham and the potato. That is available for you in the 8 or 16 count. All of them in the bell pepper with the asparagus. That's available in the 8 or the 16 count. And then we also have that combo for you in the 16 count. Marie Louise, really quickly, if somebody's just joining us, I'm going to cut open this ham and potato.
So smoked Georgia ham.
Oh my gosh, look at this.
And those shredded potatoes all the way through. And that one has Swiss and cheddar cheese. It has a balance of herbs and spices in there. Look at that. The cheese, the potatoes, the ham, already in there for you. You don't need a crust. I say, save the carbs for my grandma's coffee cakes.
We love that.
Coming up on Monday. We've been on for a while.
Talk about the perfect brunch item, right? Like to have in your freezer, like so nice for brunches. Thank you so much, Marie Louise.
Great to be here.
Here's what's going on. We started with 1,000. In the 8 count, bell pepper only remains 100. If you want the 16 count, we are last call. Bell pepper and ham and potato. That's it. Last call. And 91089 is your item number for that. Now's your chance to check out of your shopping cart before they're completely sold out. But guess what? It's time to bring you something big. We're going to do it right now with Australia.